How did Leicester City win the Premier League in 2016? It's simple. Consistency. I will always say this. In a league system, keep your talent and give me consistency. Because consistency beats talent every single time in a league system. Look at Leicester City in 2016. They had no world-class players at the time. They had some, in fact, the squad was outstanding, but they had some players that stood out the most. We had Mahrez, we had Kante, we had Vardy, we had Wes Morgan, who was like literally one of the best defenders in the world that year. They had other players who were outstanding, but these ones stood out for me that season. And these guys weren't even world class at the time. They just had something, good form, and they were consistent until the end of the season. Literally, that entire squad were consistent until the end of the season. And that is the Premier League. The Premier League, who according to some is the best and most competitive league in the world. I don't agree, I don't share that opinion, but it's a very, very decent argument for another day. But these guys won the league that season, just as Leverkusen won it last season. Leverkusen had no world-class players, no super talented players, but they won the Bundesliga without a single defeat. It's the same thing. That's how Leicester City won it. You had big teams in the league, in the Premier League that season. Big teams with superstar, top-class, top-quality players. And here you have Leicester City, who pops out of the ether and runs away with the Premier League title. Because they were consistent with their form. So talent cannot win you leagues. It can only help you, especially in tight games or a certain part of the season. But as long as your talent cannot be complemented with consistency till the end of the season, you can't win the league. You just can't. Consistency is the only thing that can win you a league system, not talent. Forms drop, right? Forms drop. We've seen it time and time again. Even the best players in the world, it drops. But with consistency, you can drive through to winning your championship. It's just that simple. That's why the person that wins the league is naturally the most consistent team in the season. There are no two ways around it. You just have to be the most consistent, because while you are dropping points, you that isn't consistent, someone else is maintaining his own consistency and grabbing more points ahead of you. So there are no foul play in it. You cannot avoid it. As long as you are not consistent, no league title winning for you. That's just simple. And that's what has happened in this case. That's what happened in 2016. Look at that Leicester City squad. There was no top-class player. I won't say they were super talented. No, we saw the gift in these four that I mentioned. But they were not world-class until they even left that season, before they started attaining that status of world-class players. But yet, they blew away the Premier League, beating a lot of teams, beating even the big teams, because they had one simple thing: consistency. So, in a league system, talent cannot win you the league. Only consistency can give you that. So, I would choose consistency over talent anytime, any day in a league system. Pretty much simple.